I'll start with Russ Ratface.
Yeah.
Just want to talk about, tell us a little bit about yourself, people who don't know much about you.
Okay, as in like what I do.
Well, like your music and what inspires you, possibly as well.
I was really into guitar music for ages. I sort of grew up on guitar music, and then I really got into hip hop and all that. So I was like, I don't know, the two things I was listening to were really different sort of thing. And then I heard a guy called Atmosphere that I was talking about, who's just sort of like, I don't know, he's like a traditional rapper in the sort of sound, but the stuff he raps about is just a bit different from sort of street hip hop. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, that's cool. It's a bit more like actually my life. I started to think, well, actually, yeah, maybe I could do that. And I've always like sort of the like rhythm in sort of words and stuff. I was in punk bands before, and I could never really sing. So I was just like, it was all about like sort of fitting words to with the rhythm sort of thing. So I bought myself a 4-track. That's the other bit, like a digital 4-track, because I was just sort of sick of other like drummers being late, or I had a drummer and he used to be like, oh, I'm not going to that gig because it's like, oh, I can't get a bus and my mum won't give me a lift and stuff like that, and it's just like pissing me off all the time. So I was just like, fuck it, I can just do it myself.
Was it a manageable concept doing it by yourself, or was it a lot of hard work?
Basically, that's Bristol down here. Just get on a coach. Do you know what I mean? There's my stuff in there, so it's like lower cost. You know, I don't have to sort of wait for three other people to organise themselves. Like I can just go, if I can do it, and I can get a bit of petrol money or travel money, then I can get down and do it. So yeah. Plus, I'm sort of recently been doing a lot of sort of squat gigs and stuff in Bristol, and it's just like, sometimes they have bands, but often they just have DJs and a sound system set up, because I've just got that. I can just plug in, sort of 5-10 minutes, get a decent sound or get a shit sound and just go with it, do you know what I mean? So when I first started doing it, I was just like, I don't know really if this is going to work, and it was just like, sort of like, felt like a bit of a knob, just sort of stood there with a backing track, so I was just pressing play. But yeah, I sort of, as I've been doing it a bit longer, got used to being a knob, press and play, so it's all good.
You seem to like embody something we've been talking about tonight, like independence, because like the whole idea of beat is in like a lot of the bands tonight. Is that something that you're actively striving for, or is that just something that it just comes and it's what you enjoy doing? You not even consider it, you just think you're just doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I guess I reckon it's something I thought about more when I was younger. It was like sort of growing up in Swindon, it was like nothing really happened musically there, and sort of growing up thinking, well, the only way to sort of do anything with music is move to a bigger city or try and get involved in like sending, you know, demos out to labels and stuff. And it is a bit of a like, it's just a black hole really, it's not really much. So I did just sort of think, well, I don't know, it's like, I don't know what I would really do with all my time if I didn't sort of be doing it. I mean, I sort of always really loved sort of independent stuff like Atmosphere I was sort of talking about. I think they started their own label, it's their own run label. I've always been really into Fugazi as well. Sort of Discord was like really big sort of inspiration for me, and like, yeah, I like the idea of people doing it for themselves, but it's just like, I think I've sort of stopped really thinking about it now.
Being independent, like you see you're working and you're doing your own job, like sort of actively striving to steer, sort of not necessarily smaller, but just sticking to your roots and principles. You think that can come at a cost to sort of selling out and being a big commercial success? Or is that something that doesn't really interest you?
It doesn't really bother me really. It's increasingly hard to sort of just, like I say, to have the time really to sort of make enough money just to sort of pay the bills and stuff, and then to have to do this on top can be a pain in the ass sometimes. I mean, I love it, but on a good night it's like, yeah, it's brilliant, and then on a bad night you're just like, what the fuck am I doing? Do you know what I mean? But I mean, I'm sort of open to playing anywhere really. Certain things that, I don't know, sort of scenes and stuff, I think, yeah, I'd rather steer clear of, but I always think it's interesting just to try it out, do you know what I mean, anyway, and just to see what it's all about. And I don't really fit, like musically, I've never really fit into one scene, so I've always played sort of like punk nights or, yeah, like squat gigs where sort of anything goes, so it's nice to sort of like, to try different places out and play different things. So I don't think I would ever be sort of like, oh, that's selling out, really, because it's just me and you know, my bag of tricks, do you know what I mean? So playing in London a bit more recently, I think it's more, seems a little bit more on people's minds and stuff, like, but you know, I just want to play sort of good gigs really, you know what I mean? Like if people sort of get into it and have a bit of a dance, that'd be wicked, and I go home happy really if I can sell some CDs, you know, like make a little bit back so I can keep on doing it. But you know, really I just want people to hear it, you know, that is the main reason for doing it, you know. Sort of met Gaz through a friend of a friend sort of thing, and played a night that Bearded did up in Birmingham, I think about a year ago, and that was a really good night. Just really good fun, really, just sort of really genuine people, and yeah, it was just, yeah, so I mean we've sort of kept in touch. They gave me like a really nice review from the CD and stuff, so it's nice to be supported, yeah, because to be honest with you, so like most of the time I'm just sort of, I don't really get a look in, really. I'm really flattered to sort of be offered the gig, you know, and like, yeah, I'm really sort of pleased that they're doing really well for themselves as well, you know, it's good. So for me, making music is just like, it's my favourite thing to do. Like I said, I don't really sort of like really enjoy sitting watching telly or computer games or whatever else, so what I'd love to do is just sit down in front of used to be on a 4-track, and I've got a little computer program now that just to make tracks and lose myself in music for a couple of hours, just making some new beats or whatever. Like, it's just what I love doing. I don't have the internet, I don't have a television, I'm a bit of a monk really. I just sort of live in my bed sit, and then I'll just be obsessed with it. Like, I just made my new CD in for like the last couple of months. I pretty much haven't really thought about much else, you know, just like fucking sat there at work and I'm just thinking about what I love doing, you know. Why I love that, I don't know, maybe there's a small part of me is just like a big fucking egotist, you know, like, yeah, listen to me, like, this is what I think about this and this and what, or I don't know really. Sometimes travelling sort of to gigs and stuff I find fun because you get to see new places, you get to meet new people, if you hear other bands that you haven't heard before, it's cool, you know. If you hear about bands, it's funny, you know. It's like, I might get back on Monday morning after being away on the weekend and think, fuck, I'm knackered, but I also think, well, yeah, what would I have done in Bristol? Probably just gone and got pissed, and it would have been cool, it's a good city, some good gigs, but it sort of gets me out quite often to places that maybe I wouldn't go, you know. It forces you out of your comfort zone a bit sometimes as well.
I think you spend a lot of time by yourself. Are you your own best company? Do you know anyone else?
No, not really. I can't spend too much time alone. I just go mad in that room. I spend a lot of time with my girlfriend. I've got a sort of good bunch of mates there, but I think because of like liking to have that time to just be uninterrupted and work on music and just fucking spend 6 hours doing it if I want, I sort of have that, you know. But no, I'd go mad if I just spent time on my own all the time, I think.
Russ, you got a CD to sell tonight. What's everyone going to expect from you tonight? What are you going to give us all?
I'm feeling pretty ill actually. I've got a bit of a flu coming, so I don't really know. It's me, the 4-track. Usually get a bit sweaty, you know, sort of like to jump around a bit, so people all sort of get dancing and stuff.
Yeah. Can't wait to see it. Thanks very much for talking to us.
Yeah. Cheers, man.
Cheers very much.